I never minded being home alone. The quiet was always a welcome relief, a chance to unwind after the usual chaos. With my parents gone for the weekend, the house was mine. Silent, empty, an echo of stillness. At 21, I wasn't easily spooked. Late night walks, creaky floors, the usual bumps in the night, I dealt with it all. But this weekend felt different. Yeah, around 10 p.m., the house was unusually quiet. A stillness so deep, it pressed against my skull, filling the air like static. I was settling in, getting comfortable, when I heard it. A soft knock, barely there, like a whisper against the walls. My first thought? I'd imagined it. But then, again. A knock, louder this time, insistent. I paused the movie, slipping off my headphones, letting the silence flood in. The hum of the fridge was gone, replaced by an unsettling quiet. I shrugged it off. It was probably nothing, just my mind playing tricks. I resumed the movie. Just as the dialogue resumed, the knock came again, sharper this time, almost too clear to ignore. My phone buzzed in my hand, a sharp vibration that startled me. Unknown number. "Why didn't you open the door?" the message read. Chills ran down my spine. I froze. The words felt wrong, too cold, malicious. I texted back, fingers trembling. "Who is this?" The little clock icon spun. Then nothing, just silence. That's when the real fear began. I forced myself to be logical. A prank? A wrong number? I checked all the locks, all the windows, every deadbolt secure. I peered through the blinds. The street was empty, bathed in the weak glow of a distant streetlight. I was still on edge, but I tried to push it aside. Movie, distraction. But then I saw it. A silhouette, tall, dark, motionless, standing at the end of the hallway. It was just there. I couldn't breathe, couldn't move. My eyes refused to process what they saw. It didn't move, didn't blink. Just stood there, watching. "Who's there?" I managed to croak. My voice cracked like a broken record. No answer, no movement, and then, impossibly, it moved. Not walked, slid, like a shadow bleeding across the floor, stretching toward me with no weight, no sound. The nightlight in the hallway flickered. Once, twice, then everything went black. The figure was gone. And I should have been paralyzed with fear, but all I felt was a crushing silence, a suffocating absence of sound. My breath was too loud, ragged gasps in the void. I needed to get out. I grabbed my phone, fumbling for a number to call, but then I heard it again, a creaking sound, soft, deliberate. The bedroom door. I knew I had closed it. Panic exploded in my chest. I grabbed a glass vase, the only thing within reach, and hurled it blindly into the darkness. The crash was deafening. I ran, down the hallway, barely even thinking, just driven by pure terror. I wrenched open the front door. The cool night air hit me as I bolted outside, barefoot, not stopping until I reached my neighbor's house. I pounded on his door. It felt like an eternity before it creaked open, his bleary eyes turning to alarm as he saw me. Wild-eyed, out of breath, and I told him everything. The knocks, the text, the figure, the door. He pulled me inside, safe in his brightly lit living room, and together, we called the police. They came quickly, searched the house thoroughly. Nothing at all. But then one officer checked behind a vent, a hidden compartment, Inside was a blanket, thin, worn, food wrappers, both old and disturbingly fresh, a dog-eared notebook filled with scribbled erratic scrawls, unreadable save for one repeated phrase. "You saw me this time." Someone had been living in the walls, watching, moving unseen. But they were gone now. I couldn't sleep. Every light stayed on. But the shadows still felt wrong, like they were alive, shifting just beyond my line of sight. Ending. The next day, cleaning up the shattered glass, I noticed something wedged between the bedroom floorboards. A yellowed newspaper. Carefully, I unfolded it, and October 17th, 1998. The headline: "Local man vanishes from home. Last seen running from nothing." The article detailed the disappearance of Daniel Hayes, 28. Neighbors saw him running from his house, blind panic in his eyes. No forced entry, no sign of a struggle. And then, near the end, one chilling detail. In the dust near his bed, police found a message. "You saw me this time." My hands went numb. The same words, the exact same phrase, the same house. A sharp breath caught in my throat. The knocks, the figure, the feeling of being watched. I wasn't the first, and I was horrifyingly, undeniably not the last.